Hello, hi, it's me, Andrea. Hey, I've had a good week. Oh, well, last week was a good week. What about your week? How was it? I hope it was good. I am here and we are going to talk about several things. One of the most important things is, well, I said that to say this. All three of these subjects that I'm going to talk about are important. How to think and grow rich in health, in spirit, and financially, in monies. Also, the three subjects is Think and Grow Rich, meditation, and health. Health is so important. Meditation is even more important, and thinking is very, very important. So I welcome you and thank you for tuning in, watching, joining us on Sunday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And I want to say a few things about us as people. We are creatures of habits. We create habits and we tend to be comfortable with our habits. And I understand that. We're all like that. We find something that makes us feel good and we stick with it. We find something that may not make us feel so good, but we're so used to it and we stick with it. And therefore, we it's hard to make a change. I'm bringing these lessons. I call them classroom lessons because you have to practice these principles. You have to study these principles. You have to study meditation. You have to practice meditation. You have to practice eating healthy. You have to understand health. And so all of this is considered lessons from my classroom on this channel and on this webinar. So I'm asking you to think about what you want to do with your life for the next whatever years you feel you want to be here, or for the rest of your life. Also, think about your connection with the spirit of, pardon me, with the spirit of God within you, because it's very important for us to identify our relationship with the spirit of God. As you know, we are all personal. We have a personal relationship. So each individual has a personal relationship with God. And thirdly, we want to make sure we take care of our health so we can feel good every day. So we won't have to lie in a bed feeling all sickly and can't get up and do the things we would love to do. It's bad. It's sad when you're sick. You feel awful. You don't want to get out of the bed. But this session, this one class right now, the lesson is Think and Grow Rich, principle number 9, power. Principle number 9, power. But back to the other things I was saying before I get into the principle number 9, because it's very important that we create a positive attitude towards something different. Yeah, something different. I believe you can establish your personal relationship with the Spirit of God within you no matter where you are, everywhere you go. And of course, it's up to you individually to take the time out to learn more about the nature of God. So, starting next month, I'm going to have guests on my channel. I'm going to have guests on this webinar so we can ask questions and get answers about the subjects that will be discussed, subjects on health, subjects on spirituality, meditation, on these principles are about, Think and Grow Rich. And it's because these are proven scientific principles, and meditation is proven to a way to connect with God, and eating healthy is proven to keep you healthy. So you want to practice something that is going to make a difference in your life, and it will make a huge difference if you would just focus on making sure that you work on yourself. All these three things I just mentioned is about working on yourself to make you a better self. And that's why it's important to find the time to come to the this class setting. Come to, you can call it a meeting, but I like to call it a class because it is about lessons, and we want to learn more about health and nutrition. We want to learn more about taking care of our bodies, about God, our relationship with God. We want to learn more about thinking. If you stop thinking, you're stopping yourself from being creative. And if you're not using your mind on a regular basis by being creative, memorizing things, what you don't use, you lose. So when people get older, they start losing their minds in a sense where they can't remember things. And it's not a good thing when you can't remember things, especially short-term memory. That's what goes first, is what I heard. Short-term memory, what you just did a minute ago, if you're not practicing keeping it alert. So just make sure you understand these classes are actually designed so we can keep thinking, so we can stay young and vibrant and energized and healthy, so we can know what the vibration and the frequency is. The frequency of music, the frequency of your body, so we can align with the universe on a spiritual level through meditation, so we can understand the nature of spiritual healing and believe it, and have total faith and complete trust in that spirit within you, and above, and all other things that's included. So let's talk about the principle. Oh, I want to mention some affirmations. I had Amoria say some affirmations for me. I recorded them, and they're on her YouTube channel, which her YouTube channel is called Amouraciousness. AMOORACIOUSNESS. Amouraciousness. And she starts off with saying, I am amouraciousness, which means I am love, I am lovely and kind. And then here, these are positive affirmations. Listen to them every day in the morning and before bed. And read them to your children, or let your children listen to them, because these are designed for kids. I am special. I am a child of the infinite invisible intelligence within me. I was born for a special purpose. I have a definite goal to fulfill. I have a definite purpose in life. I have a definite reason for being here. I can do anything I put my mind to. I am a success. I can do it. I will, I must, I can. I am smart. I am brilliant. I am a leader. I am great. I am intelligent. I believe in myself. I am amazing. I am a learner. I love to learn. I love to learn. I love to be smart. I love to study. I love being smart. I love being intelligent. I love myself. I love you. You are special. You are love. I am special. I am love. You are loved. And there's more. On her YouTube channel, Amouraciousness, she has, I think we made it a 10-minute affirmation. And also she did one for a group of kids in Hawaii, and they sent her an audio that says, thank you, Amoria. And that's on YouTube too. So back to, I have affirmations that I say every day that I believe has helped me with my line of work. And it's just starting off saying, I am happy and grateful for all the wonderful clients that are coming through me and to me in increasing quantities on a continuous basis. You know why I say that? Because people need my service. I am here to serve, and they need my service. They need to be healthy, to get their colon clean, and to learn how to take care of themselves. Yes, we all do. So I know clients are coming through me by the grace of God and to me. And I pray that you start taking care of your body so you can come to me by the grace of God and your own will. Focus on your health. If you're not taking care of your health, you know what? Who else is taking care of it? So take care of your health. Let's get to the ninth step towards riches, the ninth principle. Before I begin, I need to take about a minute of meditation. Let's do, let me time this. I need to do about 10 minutes of meditation. I said a minute, but I've got to, in order for anyone to succeed in life, you have to have your quiet time. So this is about health and meditation and Think and Grow Rich. As a matter of fact, my main goal was always and will always be to help you to understand the importance of meditation. So let me get my timer here. I want to time it for, we'll do a 5-minute meditation because I believe in doing longer than 10 or 15 minutes. But because we're on the air and it'll be kind of quiet, I'm going to do a 5-minute meditation, and I will do a guided meditation. So this will be included in our silent meditation. So I'm not going to guide a long meditation. I'm going to basically just do a short. Just remember, meditation is when you're not thinking or talking. It's when you're tuning in to listen to the spirit with that. Because when the spirit speaks to you, that is when things really happen in your favor. But as long as you're thinking and talking, you're interfering with the Spirit of God to take over. So when I say, okay, be still and know, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, remember, that is what I'm talking about. And then I'll say, speak, God, for thy servant heareth. That is the quiet time. That's when we will not speak, and I will turn my mic off for a few minutes. Okay, so let's get going. I'll turn my mic off for 5 minutes because I'm going to time it for 5 minutes, but I'm going to go through the meditation to guide you. Okay, so well, that's that. Let's. Sorry, I dropped my phone, but I'm gonna look at the clock on my monitor. I don't usually do that, but the table was so far apart, and I don't want to leave the camera. So close your eyes and repeat after me. Spirit with that. I am here to think and grow rich. I am here to encourage myself, to motivate myself, to think on the positive, on the possibilities of my becoming rich. I'm here to listen and to take notes because I know all things are possible through the Spirit of God, my spirit within me, which is connected to all people in the world. So anyone I may need to help me will be available because I've made my connection in the silence of my being. So I give thanks. I give thanks for being here. I am so happy and so grateful that I can sit here and do a few minutes of meditation and become one with the whole universe because it's only God. I know it's only God. So therefore, I am excited about this 5-minute meditation of silence. Right? Great. 5-minute meditation of silence. Keep your eyes closed. Take one deep breath. Breathe in and hold it for as long as you can and let it out. Now, I'm going to mute my mic, but I want you to remember, do not entertain the thoughts that will come into your mind. It will get you to start thinking about what you can do, what you want to be, what you didn't do, the past. It'll try to hunt you down to make you feel awful. Ignore them. Don't entertain those thoughts. They have no power over you. They have no power to change anything or to make anything worse unless you give it power. And God is the only power, so therefore it has none. Okay? So don't entertain them. Don't think about them. All right, so close your eyes and just continue to say, speak, God, I'm listening. I sit here to listen. And when you're out, when you get distracted, just go back to speak, God, I'm listening. That was about 5 minutes. I hope you had a good short meditation. If you can take time out throughout the day and just pause and say, Speak God, I'm listening, it will be worth it. Trust me. Just give that little time over to your inner self to be encouraged, okay? And motivated and to live a wonderful, harmonious, successful life. Yes. So you want a harmonious life. I know that. You want a peaceful life, don't you? We all do. So let's get to the ninth step towards riches, the ninth principle. Napoleon Hill wrote this book years ago, right? To help people who thought they were great enough to become rich with their ideas. So he asked that everyone get an idea and make it a definite purpose so they can follow it to the end. Something that you feel good about, something that you would love to do. So I'm saying to you, whatever it is that you would love to do, keep going, keep at it. Don't get discouraged. It's easy to give up. It is really easy to give up within a month after you've had this idea. Sometimes less, sometimes it take a little longer, but we get discouraged for many reasons, but it's possible to succeed if you stick with it. So persist, okay? Be persistent. That was one of the principles, persistence and decision making. Stick with your decision and keep going strong. You can do it and you will do it if you just persist. I can, I must, and I will. Power, that is the principle, power of the mastermind. The mastermind is the group that you gather together, 2 or 3 people that you can trust, that on one accord with you, believe in your ideas and are willing to help support your ideas by bringing their specialized knowledge to the table to help your business grow. Now, of course, he mentioned that a mastermind group is a group of people. So if it's a group of people, people need to be compensated for their time and their gifts. So whatever you can compensate them with, whatever it may be, it doesn't always have to be monetary. It can be something else, a service or whatever. Be mindful, okay? Thank you. Power is essential for success in the accumulation of money. Power is essential for success in the accumulation of money. Plans are inert and useless without sufficient power to translate them into action. What do you mean by this power? What is this power he's talking about? Power may be defined as organized and intelligently directed knowledge. Organized and intelligently directed knowledge. Power, as the term is here used, refers to organized effort sufficient to enable an individual to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. Whatever your desire is, whatever it's worth, transmute that into your monetary equivalent. An example for me, because it helps me. This helps me. These lessons, these classes are helping me a great deal. So let's say I decided that I was going to promote colon hydrotherapy. I want more people to have my service because everybody needs colonics. They have most people are backed up and waste is backed up in their bodies. They don't know about that because they've never heard of colonics. They have no idea that they have a sewage that is too full and it can become very toxic to the body. So I decided that I'm going to make this business a big business by offering information on colonics and having the door open for people to make their appointments and to come in during a certain period during the day that I'm available. And then eventually I will have others to do colonics for me. So I'm expanding my business. But that's a decision I had to make, right? Because it is needed. My service is needed. I know that. People need to get healthy and stay healthy. They need to clean their colon. They need to know what's going on in their colon and why the colon needs to be cleaned. And that is what I'm working on doing. So the power of delivering a video about colon hydrotherapy, showing them something related to a colonic, may increase my business by a millionfold because they will actually see what happens during a session. They will actually get a better understanding why they need colonics. And mind you, there are millions of people in the world, even in this state alone. So I can never run out of business if I do what I need to do properly, right? So you want to be able to take your business a step further, right? You want to lift it up to a higher level. You want to lift yourself to a higher level of consciousness, and you want your business to be on a higher level of service, right? So, as I just said, I'm going to give more information, knowledge to gain more power. That means to gain more clients, to leverage my business financially, and to help others become healthier. It takes work. So that is where the power of my website and videos are going to be able to execute for me, or that's where the power lies. All right, so organized effort is produced through the coordination of efforts of two or more people who work toward a definite end in a spirit of harmony. Okay, so who am I going to work with? There's several, put it this way. It's not just people alone, 3 single people, 2 people. It's a website builder. It's someone that specializes in SEO, analytical stuff, someone that specializes in how to advertise. So I have a team. I have a team that doesn't have to require a personal relationship with someone, but a business relationship. Because this book was written in the 20s or 30s, between 28 and 36, 19. So this book was written a long time ago. We didn't have internet. We didn't have websites. We didn't have social media. So I have partners with those mastermind groups that will help me, and I will pay them to help increase my business. Okay, so you don't have to have a person to sit there and advise you. You can have information. You can know what to get, what you need. You know what you need, and you consult others that are knowledgeable in that. Which you have a variety of choices now, because you have a lot of people advertising how to make your business better, how to build your website, how to get your search engine, your website on the search engine, on the top list of Google, et cetera, et cetera. I have companies calling me now about my Google Analytics and my listings. So I know what I need, and that's where I'm going. Okay, know what you need and go there and get that, so you can build your business. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm encouraging you to do if you have your definite purpose, if you know exactly what you want to do. Okay, cool. Power is required for the accumulation of money. Repeat. Power is required for the accumulation of money. Power is necessary for the retention of money after it has been accumulated. Power of the mastermind. So I have to keep my analytics up, balanced, and on the right level with Google, right? I have to keep my search engine going. I have to constantly do things to help people so they can tell others and do advertisement. So power lies in getting the money to come in and to keep the money coming in, as well as knowing how to invest. Okay, so you want to be able to use your mastermind group, and you can write down who you choose or what company you choose. If you choose to go on YouTube and research, how do I get my website to be on, to be in harmony with the search engine? How do I get my analyticals on the search on the right level, etc.? How do I get more advertisement? You can find that information on Google. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it anywhere, really. So it's not hard. So gather together a list of what you want to follow up on, who you want to work with, what companies. Get 3 companies, interview them, find out their prices, what they're qualified to do. Find 3 people on YouTube that can give you advice on how to do your search engine. If you can do it yourself, it takes time, but it's possible. They're going to be doing the same thing that the other people are going to do that you're paying. But time is money, so if you can pay someone to do it, sometimes it's even better, especially if it's their specialty. That's how I will look at it, and that's why the way I would suggest it. And it all depends on your budget as well. So if it's not, if it's too soon for you to start that, or if your budget doesn't allow you to really be able to hire someone, go on YouTube, search YouTube, and find out how do I get the search engine? How do I use SEO, search engine optimization? How do I get my website, or how do I get my YouTube channel to get more subscribers or more people? How do I get advertise my business? What's the cheapest route to go, and etc. Just ask, write down your questions and ask yourself, and then find the people you need that can support you. The source of knowledge, the sources of knowledge. If power is organized in knowledge, let us examine the sources of knowledge. Infinite intelligence. This source of knowledge may be contacted through the procedure described in another chapter with the aid of creative imagination. Okay? Accumulated experience. I just mentioned a lot of this. So what I said is what they're saying. If you would just go on YouTube or look up some companies that you believe that can help you, then that will be your knowledge, your organized knowledge. That will be the organized knowledge you need. We need knowledge of expertise that have done this and have accomplished a great deal. Okay, there are different ones. I had a company contact me. They want to charge so many hundreds of dollars a week. I had a company contact me. They want to charge me so many $100 a month. They're doing the same thing, the exact same thing. So I'm like, okay, let me find another company. Let me compare three and find out, even though I have compared them, but I decided to compare three more, those two and one more, to find out what all of them are doing and why one wants to charge a lot more. So don't think the person that's charging you the most is the best choice. It's not always that way. So don't pay more than you have to. And if you don't have to pay anything, do it yourself, then invest the time in doing it. Okay. So you have organized knowledge by contacting people that you can have on your mastermind group, and have some someone on YouTube that can help you. Okay, someone that knows how to build your website, or you can build it yourself. Someone that knows how to get your optimization going and your analyticals on target, on the right levels, and then you'll be ready to go. Of course, you want to make sure you have the service provided and ready to go as well, the pricing and etc. So do that. Give yourself a checklist, mastermind check-in. No individual may have great power without availing himself of the mastermind. In a preceding step, instructions were given for the creation of plans for the purpose of translating desire into its monetary equivalent. Okay, back to what I was saying. There are numerous channels on YouTube that you can choose to be a part of your mastermind group. There are people you can choose to be a part, but you will still want to do your research on YouTube to find out what those experts know that you don't know. And then when you accumulate their knowledge, take notes, write it down. When you find out what you really need and how it works, then you'll be more educated yourself when you do get people in your mastermind group, if you need more than one or two people. But in any case, people are very busy nowadays. So if you can find one or two people, great. If you can't, just adopt a channel or two and take notes and write down what they've done to become successful, how and what they what advice they would give you on how to optimize your website or your channel. Okay, it's not hard. So anyway, organize. The chapter, the ninth principle is organizing your knowledge, organized knowledge, so you can be ahead of the game. I'm working on mine. I sure am. And then we'll be back with the 10th step towards riches, and we'll talk about that later. But right now, since we are moving along, I want to move along on health. But first of all, I want to mention, remember, you have a purpose in life. And your purpose is not always to serve others. You can work for a company for 20, 30, 40 years, and before you know it, you're ready to retire, and you don't want to work anymore. So you actually have allowed your purpose to evaporate. You put it on the back burner for so long that you almost forgotten about it, or you're not interested in it anymore, which is not a good thing. You want to be interested in what God is giving you to do. You have a special gift. It is your special purpose. We all have a special purpose. What is yours? You do have a special purpose. So now that we're moving on to the next point I want to make, and that is health. You can't do anything if you're not healthy. I mean, really, if you're not healthy and you can't get out of the bed, how can you do anything? How can you spend the money you have accumulated? How can you spend your retirement money with joy and happiness and fun if you're sick? So you want to take care of your health. You know, I showed you this book last week, the Health Handbook. It has alphabetical listings of the ailments, single herbs, herbal combinations, nutritional supplements, vitamins, and minerals. A wealth of information you can take anywhere. It's like the Bible. If you can take one scripture and live with that scripture and understand that scripture and make that a part of your life, like this one scripture, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That simply means God is the source of my supply, I shall not want. God is the source of my supply, I shall not want. God watches over me. It means all of this. That one statement means God takes care of me, like a child is taken care of by its parents. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Even if I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This handbook says, if you can just take, I would say this, if you can just use one simple supplement and eat healthy, that one simple supplement may help you to stay healthy. And the one that I recommend is I'll recommend two. Echinacea is an herb, and garlic is an herb. The problem with garlic is that when people eat garlic, they smell like garlic. And why do they smell like garlic? Because they have a lot of toxins in the body that the garlic is not able to be absorbed into the system like it should. And I'll tell you why I know that. Since I've been cleansing my colon for so many years and exercising and sweating, I can take garlic, and unless I just take a whole lot than I should, I can take garlic with my food, and you can't even smell it, put it that way. The only way people can smell the garlic if they get close enough in my face while I'm talking, but it doesn't smell awful like a lot of garlic can smell on people's breath and their bodies. Because garlic mixed with toxic food or a bad combination is going to give a bad odor, a bad smell. So be mindful. But garlic is one of the greatest herbs you can ever take. The greatest vegetable you can ever take. It is an herb. And it is one of the best. Onion is one. But echinacea is an herb let's go back. Onion is one when it comes to food. Echinacea is great when it comes to your immune system, along with golden seal. So golden seal and echinacea can make a huge difference. Also, thank you. She said, Alpha 10 says, yes, yes, yes. Because in reality, if you can start taking care of your body by taking herbs every day, including garlic in your diet on a daily basis, you will find yourself hardly ever getting sick. Now, the reason why you may get sick is because you may not have taken your garlic. Okay? Because I know how garlic works. It's a powerful, powerful herb. And it's a great vegetable herb. Start taking your garlic. So let me read something about an element here. Dedication, introduction to the handbook. Okay, the first one is acne. Acne can be caused from allergies, hormonal imbalances, stress, the pill, and an excess intake of junk food, causing an imbalanced body chemistry. The skin is the largest organ of elimination, the skin. And when the kidney and liver are backed up, when the kidneys and the liver are backed up, excess waste is thrown off through the skin. That is why the garlic can smell so bad, because the kidneys and the liver are backed up and it's trying to get rid of the toxins through the skin. So when people sweat, the garlic makes them smell worse, and then their breath smells worse because there's a lot of toxin coming out. And this, I wasn't even expecting this to explain that, but it explained it. The skin is trying to release the toxins because the kidney and the liver are backed up, as well as the colon. The colon is the one that's really backed up because the liver and the kidney cannot get rid of the toxins out of the system because it can't eliminate properly. The colon is not eliminating properly. So you want to find a way to help elimination by sweating, going to the gym and sweating in a sauna or exercising to sweat, and to eat healthy by eating healthier food, cleansing your colon, exercising. All of those things plays a great part in staying healthy. Now, another thing I want to mention about health. Okay, so you say, I exercise all the time and I'm going to die anyway. So what's the big deal? Well, if you're 80, 90, yeah, maybe it's not a big deal. But if you're 50, 60, 70 or younger, it is a big deal because you can still live on medication at 50, 60, and 70, but you don't have a life of quality. You're so used to having to remember, did I take my medication? Or I can't eat this and I can't eat that. I got to take more medication. And that medication is creating more toxins in the system. So yeah, that's true. You're going to die anyway. But the fact is this, you don't want to die. You don't want to live being sick and sick and sick. I know people that were so sick they couldn't wait until they passed away. But it took years to pass away. So they lived with the sickness for over 10 to 15 to 20 years. Why? Why would you want to live with a sickness that you can actually take care of yourself? Yes, you can work with your doctor. Find out what you need to do and do it. Now, I will say this because I've had many people come into my office and they say, I'm on this medication for this reason. I want to get off of it because I want to, I really want to get my body back together and, my health back. And so I say, yeah, I understand. So let's get started. Let me give you some, I do nutrition consultation and I need you to set up an appointment so we can sit down and talk about your diet, outline something that you can do to make a difference, and make sure you consult your doctor on a regular basis about what you're doing because you just can't stop taking your medication. No one should ever stop taking their medication. Okay? Consult your doctors first. And I say that to say medication is a toxin substance. So if you're on medication, it's toxic. So if you abruptly stop taking it, you can create a lot of havoc with your body. So don't just stop taking your medication. Now, if you feel you can wean away, your doctor assists you weaning away from that medication, that's a different ballgame. You can do that, but consult your doctor. I don't practice medicine. I practice nutritional consultation and health naturally, along with meditation and prayer. Because I believe God is the only power. God knows everything and God is everywhere and God is perfect and harmonious. And your body can live in that purpose, harmonious atmosphere. But when it comes to your health, you have choices. So what are you going to choose to do? Starting today, what have you decided that you want to do with your health? Do you really seriously? Okay, let me ask that question again. Do you really seriously want to get healthy? Well, let me finish the question. And the reason why I had to go back and say, let me finish it is because back to what I was saying, I've had so many people that are on medications. And I've had people that have been on medication for 2 or 3 months. Oh, let's go back a step. I've had people come into my office that were told, if you don't change your diet, I will have to put you on a particular medication. And the doctor said, I will give you 3 months. When you come back, we'll check, your vital signs and etc. And then we'll go from there. 3 months is enough time to change your diet and get healthier and to get everything back in order. It is really enough time if you know what to do. But what people tend to do, they won't consult a specialist, a nutritional consultant that knows health. They would rather go to their dietitian that says, eat the same thing you've been eating. Just cut back. It won't work. If you continue to eat the same thing you've been eating, your condition will not get better. I don't care how much you cut back. It will not get better because what you're eating is seasoned. The food has a lot of seasoning in it. And that is what is causing the major issues with our bodies. The seasoning that we put on our food. Because you wouldn't eat that food if it didn't taste good. If you didn't season your chicken, you wouldn't eat that chicken. If you didn't season your beef, you wouldn't eat that beef. If you wouldn't season your pastas and your dishes that you eat, you wouldn't eat it. Or you would eat a small portion, right? And you wouldn't be overweight, you wouldn't have health problems, etc. So you cannot continue to eat the same thing you've been eating. And it's not wise to consult a dietitian because dietitians are practicing dietary laws, which means you have to eat from the 4 or 5 groups, okay? The food groups, which consists of dairy, which one is one of the worst foods in the world, milk and cheese. It consists of oily, meat, a lot of meat, a lot of grains, the vegetables and the fruit is the only best advice I believe they can really give you, not to knock them down. They have their jobs, but when it comes to your health, you have to make a choice. You want to be able to say, this is my body and I want to make the wisest choice. Do some research, find out what's good for you, and do it. You can do it. It's so important for you to take control of your health. Okay, let's go back. Now, I said so many people have come to me. They've been on medication they haven't gotten on medication. And the doctor has given them 3 months. And I said, okay, let's talk. Why don't you make an appointment to do a consultation with me? And this is what I'll need you to do. After made the appointment, pay for it, I'll give you some things I need you to do so I can know what you've been eating and what we need to change. Okay. Now, I'm sorry about the doors. People tend to slam their doors when they're opening and closing, even though they know what's going on here, but we're not going to complain. All right, so I asked to sit down with me. And, it's so sad because to invest a little amount of money into your health is worth every penny because you're going to invest in your health eventually, whether it's taking medication, which can be a negative in the long run, unless you're really eating super good while you're taking it, then it may work in your favor, and it can. Or you are going to spend the money on going back and forth to the doctor, hiring someone to take care of you, so because you cannot get out of the bed or you can't function on your own. So a measly amount of money, I'm talking about a small amount of money, a really small amount of money compared to what you'll be paying. Anything under $200 for your health is small, and this is way under $200. So the people says, okay, I'll call you. And then they come back three months later after they got their diagnosis again, took a test, got the diagnosis. Oh, you have this condition. I'm going to have to put you on medication because, of course, you didn't follow my instructions and do what I asked you to do. So therefore, you have to be on this medication. Now, this medication has all of these side effects. So just be aware. And you may or may not get one of them, but eventually it can avail itself. So they chose. They made a choice. Why? Why not invest in your health? Why not make a choice to stay healthy and feel good? It's not easy. It can be. It's just a matter of saying, I'd rather eat healthy food and to feel good every day. To be able to get out of my bed and go here and go there without having to complain about any issues. That's the way I want to feel. So I have to watch my diet. I have to be careful because I don't want to be able to be stuck in the bed. I've had my experiences of being, down for a day and feeling lousy and, because I didn't do what I needed to do, or I ate some, food that was too oily or too hot, etc. Fried foods can sneak up on you. It's oxidized oil, and then oxidized oil is very toxic to the brain, and I end up getting a headache from it, a dehydrated headache, and it was awful. So I feel like, man, it's not worth it. It is not. So invest in your health. Invest in someone. They have specialized in nutrition and health and holistic health. Go, if you can find. Now the problem with YouTube, you can find someone on there, but there's so many different people talking about different things and what to do that you cannot personalize that particular subject. You cannot personalize it enough to make sure you're doing what's best for you. So that's why I advise you to consult a health practitioner that can give you good advice and guide you to eating healthier than you're eating now. Okay, now moving along, I want to talk about meditation. Meditation is the way. Meditation will actually give you the strength to stick with your diet, will give you the strength to follow your plan to be successful in whatever plans you have. Meditation is contacting the infinite invisible within you. It's contacting the spiritual God within you, the infinite intelligence, the infinite intelligent invisible spirit within you. How do you do that? Okay. Meditation can be guided, but at the end, it must be you taking time out to sit there long enough to listen for the still small voice of God to speak to you. It is very important in order to be successful in this world, because a lot of people make a lot of money, but are they happy in every walk of life? Are they happy? I look back on a lot of, you have famous people, rich people that have gotten ill from different diseases and etc. But none of the money that they accumulated, all the wealth that they had, could not bring their health back. They could not pay a doctor. Didn't matter how much they tried to pay the doctor. They could not pay the doctor enough to bring their health back. And it was based on the fact that they did not do what they should have done in the first place. So you say, okay, Andrea, that's kind of cold. Well, I'm saying this. It's in front of your face. You are what you eat. Whatever you eat, you become. So if I know that this particular food at my point in life will cause me to have an illness, let me just go back to the real deal. If I know that salt holds water, and when I eat, if there's salt in my food and I drink at the same time, water, juice, etc., it's going to create a toxic reaction on my body, which can create high blood pressure, which can create swollen limbs, okay? More toxins. Why would I do it? Why? Because for me, it's really ridiculous. It's like saying you don't care about yourself. What's up with that? It's just ridiculous. So I personally have said to myself, no, you know what it's going to do. You know what it does. So don't do it. I have to talk to myself and tell myself over and over, no, you don't need to eat that. I had an incident today. I went to the health food store, and I bought some cookies for my daughter, and she wanted some vanilla wafers, which were the healthy ones, and I wanted a snack, and I bought some oatmeal raisin cookies and some healthy cookies. And I said, okay. And I'm really hungry. I was really hungry because I didn't eat any food this morning. What I did do, I decided that I was going to eat my fruit first and etc. But I snacked on something that I had been wanting to eat for a long time. But I only had that in moderation, and I didn't drink anything with it. But when I got in the car, because I was still kind of, I was still kind of hungry. I was hungry because I think that was like 5 o'clock, and I ate something. I snacked on something at 12, so of course I'm hungry. But I had a banana and an apple in my car, and the cookies. So I said, I'm so hungry. I was like, no, I can't eat this. I need to eat a decent meal. I'm not eating these cookies. I had a banana. I'm like, oh man, I got a banana and an apple. So I thought about it as my point. You have to think before you eat, especially if you're really hungry. You got to think before you eat. And that's why meditation is so important. That spirit within you will remind you of what you have planned to do. It will pull on you, tug on you, and say no. But it won't tug so hard where it will nag you. That is not how the spirit works. The spirit is gentle. It will tug on you and say, you don't forget, you got a banana here and an apple. You don't need to eat that. And that was what happened to me. So let's take a few minutes to do a meditation. I'm going to guide you through a meditation. And this meditation is to ask for guidance, direction, understanding, and wisdom. It is, I think, one of the most powerful meditations you can do. You can go to God and ask God for things, but that is on a mental level. God is spiritual. But if you ask God for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding, that's more on a spiritual level. But don't go looking for the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding. God will bring it to you. And you will know how to get advice from others just because God will guide you and make you feel good about where you're going to go. And it will direct you to where to go to get more wisdom, more understanding on your subject. So let's close your eyes and repeat after me. Spirit of God within me, I care not at this moment about material possessions. My only goal is to listen for guidance, for direction, for understanding, and for wisdom. I sit here with an open heart, clean hands, desiring only to be in your presence. Because in your presence is fullness of life, is completion. I know this, I believe this. I am in full, I am seeking full guidance, full presence, full knowledge, wisdom from within. I search only within for the wisdom, the knowledge, the guidance, and direction. Speak to me. Lead me where I should go. Keep your eyes closed. Now, at this moment, you can visualize where you want to go. Picture yourself. If you want to be richer, picture the money coming at you. Picture your bank account getting full. Imagine you walking proud and hot and head up, shoulders back, dressed like a $1 million woman or man. Feel the gold in your pocket. Feel the silver. Smile at it. If you want your health, feel your body energized. Feel the vibration and the frequency of harmony running through your veins and through your blood, through your bones. Smile at it, knowing that in the presence of God, all things are possible. Knowing that you are seeking only to be in the presence of God. Seek God first, and all the added things will be added. Keep your eyes closed and just ask God to speak. Speak, God, I am listening. And keep listening. Don't let the thoughts bother you. They will come. Your visualization is fine. And then let it go and tune in to listen. Be happy. Just smile. Rejoice. We have about 6 minutes in this class. So be still and know. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. Okay, so since we only have about 3 minutes left, I wanted to stop that meditation. But remember, you want to meditate for at least 15 minutes. I would suggest that you take 5 minutes throughout, 5 times throughout the day, and just meditate. But I did want to make sure I mentioned that wherever you may be, whomever you're around, it doesn't matter. Take that time out and just tune in to the inner spirit. Ask, ask for guidance, for direction. Before you make any decisions, go within and ask for knowledge, for wisdom about that particular decision. Never make a decision hastily. Never. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a decision that is not a big deal, maybe you need a couple of hours. If it's a decision that needs a day or two, take that time. If you need a week, take that time. But never make a decision quickly because you may end up regretting it. That's why it's important to go within and meditate and ask God to shine some light on that subject, on whatever you are planning to do. And just stick with your way of getting your answers by going within. Always practice that method. Don't let anyone distract you from practicing going within. The truth lies within. It is your choice to go within. Choose to go within. Like it's your choice to stay healthy, to eat healthy. You can make wise choices. It's more fun being alive and feeling good than it is being alive and feeling bad. It is. It's a lot fun. I mean, I've had my days where I felt awful sometimes because I accidentally decided to overdo something and it affected me. And I don't like it. And I know nobody else likes feeling bad. So please take that time out for you. Take the time out to do God's will, to be in the presence of God by listening to the Spirit within, tuning in. I thank you for joining me. And remember, good health is your choice, and your connection with God is personal, but you have to find time to sit down and meditate. To God be the glory. I'm signing off. Peace and love.